17, investigation 17.1. We're getting into magnetism, which is a really fun, interactive labs for students. It's not in one of their labs, but I would recommend a lab where you use magnets and iron filings so students can actually visualize the magnetic field. The trick with that sort of lab is to get those clear sheets that they used on overhead projectors, so that way the iron filings don't actually stick to the magnets. I'll try to put a link in the description for a lab that does that one. 17.1 though is another way for students to visualize what the magnetic field will look like. You're going to need some cardboard. This isn't the right size for what the lab actually calls for, but it'll do for the purposes of me demonstrating to you. You'll notice that I folded the edges of mine a little bit. This isn't necessary for this first lab, but I'm going to be using this board on the next one. And on that video, I'll explain why I folded up the edges to create this space on the bottom, because you'll end up trying to hide the magnet underneath for students to try to decipher what's under there. So keep that in mind if you're going to continue and do 17.2. You'll want to modify your boards so that they can stand up a little bit so students can't easily figure out where the magnet's at. The first part of the lab, actually the most interactive part of the lab, so students can do this part one at their stations and then finish the lab back at their groups off their desk. But you'll just need the compass and the magnet. If you haven't watched the previous videos, your compass you'll find in the accessories kit, and then your magnet. I didn't find any free magnets lying around. You may have some. These are nice because they do tell you which is the north and south sides. These little magnets, I'll hold it up a little bit there for you to see, and you can also look at my board. These little magnets you'll find in the ripcord generator box, and then you can just unscrew the top of the generator and pull out a magnet. It's very simple. I do have videos on that if you want to go check those out. So students will have their compass. I don't think they necessarily have to have it set correctly for where the Earth's magnetic field is, but when they place it here on the board, they're going to be mapping out the direction of the field. So it has them place the compass, and this is why it's see-through, on each of the points. And so I'm going to place it there on that coordinate grid where the lines intersect, and I can see that my line kind of goes like this. If I bring it this way, I start to see that my line kind of goes like this. So as I connect these 2 points, I'm going to have something that kind of curves back around in on itself. You'll have to make sure that you tell them to occasionally kind of tap it to get it flowing the right way. As you can see, it flips around as I come over here. So students are going to draw it out. I'll pop up on the screen somewhere right now what that finished board should kind of look like. I don't want to draw on this board right now because I'm going to use it for the next video, but I'll record it after. So you should see kind of, this is what the board would look like as students complete it. With that done, then students can jump over to the questions that pertain to it. And then they make connections to electric charges and gravity to see what's similar and what's different. So that's all pretty self-worked, but you can start to think about, okay, well, how many classes do I have and how many groups? I'm gonna have to get quite a few cardboard sheets. So there's probably tons of cardboard at your school. Just find something. I just tore this off of a box, but it's not too hard to make, or you could have your students put those together. All right, all that being said, I think that's enough. Pretty simple lab. This is actually gonna look very similar to the next lab. So just go ahead and watch that one right now, and I will see you guys in that video. Bye.